What if I told you that the expertise you already have could be the key to building your very own coaching empire? Well, today we're diving into a step-by-step framework inspired by the incredible insights of Sandeep Maheshwari to show you exactly how to do it. Let's jump right in. So let's kick things off with a big question. Right now, there are thousands, maybe even millions, of small businesses out there just trying to find their way. They're looking for a little bit of clarity, a little bit of direction, and that creates a massive opportunity. The real question is, could you be the person they're looking for? And you know why this opportunity is so huge? It's because there's a giant gap in the market. See, the big corporations, they've got their expensive consulting firms. But what about the millions of small and medium-sized businesses? They're often left to figure it all out by themselves. And that's exactly where you can come in. And here's the fundamental problem so many entrepreneurs run into. They get trapped inside their own heads, their own perspectives. They're working harder than anyone, but they hit a ceiling because they just can't see the forest for the trees. What they're really crying out for is an outside voice. But a traditional consultant, that's usually way out of their budget. Okay, so this is where we need to kind of flip the script. We're not talking about you becoming some know-it-all consultant who has all the answers. No, we're talking about becoming a modern business coach. And the single most important skill you'll need, well, it might just surprise you. So what exactly is a business coach then? Look, it's not about telling people what to do. It's about being a guide, someone who asks really powerful, really targeted questions that help entrepreneurs unlock the clarity that's, well, it's already inside their own minds. You just help them find their own answers. And this slide just lays it out so perfectly. Think of it this way. A consultant gives you a fish. It's a quick fix, a temporary solution. A coach, on the other hand, listens, really listens, and asks the right questions to help you perfect your own ability to fish. It's all about long-term sustainable success. And this quote, wow, this gets to the absolute heart of it. The single most important skill you need isn't about having the best ideas or being the loudest person in the room. It's about being the best listener. Seriously, if you're someone who genuinely loves to listen and understand people, you're already halfway there. Okay, so let's say you're on board. You're thinking, hey, I'm a pretty good listener. I think I can do this. But how do you actually turn it into a real business? Let's break down a super practical launch plan. Here it is, a simple 4-step plan. First, get certified. This isn't just about a piece of paper, right? It's about instant credibility. Second, price yourself smartly. A reasonable starting point, especially in the Indian market, is about 5,000 rupees a session. Third, you got to go where your clients are. Join entrepreneur groups, go to conferences, and finally, number 4, offer a free trial. It's the absolute best way to show someone what you can do without them risking a thing. And don't think for a second this is just pocket change. The potential here is very, very real. I mean, look at the math, which is 5 clients, you could be earning 1 lakh rupees a month. That's about $1,200 US. This isn't some crazy dream. It's totally achievable. All right, now here comes the big warning. This is super important. As you start to get those first few clients, you're going to face a massive temptation, a trap that can derail your entire business. Let's talk about the do-it-all trap. See? Once you start doing a great job, your clients are going to trust you a lot. And pretty soon, they'll start asking for more. They'll say, you're amazing at this coaching thing. Hey, can you also handle my marketing or maybe my accounting or build me a new website? And that temptation to say yes, oh, it's going to be huge. And your answer every single time has to be a firm, crystal clear no. Why? Because the second you say you're a jack of all trades, your client immediately assumes you're a master of none. Your credibility as a focused expert just vanishes. Poof, gone. So, to be absolutely clear, stay away from these kinds of services. You are the coach, you're the strategist, the guide. You are not the marketing agency, or the accountant, or the web developer. Your real power is in your focus. And all of this whole idea of focus, it leads us to the final and honestly the most important principle for building a coaching empire that actually lasts. It's a philosophy that's all about playing the long game. I want you to think about this analogy. It's so powerful. Your relationship with each and every client, that is your golden goose. The coaching fees you earn from them, those are the golden eggs. Consistent, valuable, and reliable. But what happens when you get greedy? What happens when you chase a small one-time project like web design or a marketing campaign? Well, that's like trying to cut the goose open to get all the eggs at once. You might get a quick payday, but you completely destroy the trust. You kill the goose, and that long-term, reliable income stream is gone forever. I mean, just look at this breakdown. It's short-term thinking versus a long-term vision. Grabbing a small side project might net you a quick win, but it comes at the cost of trust. Nurturing that core relationship, though, that builds something so much bigger. We're not just talking thousands of rupees here. We're talking about a reputation that can lead to crores in value through referrals and trust. So what do you do? The smart move, the right move, is to become a connector. When a client needs something outside your expertise, you refer them to a partner. But not just anyone, someone you have personally vetted and trust 100%. This actually makes you more valuable to them because you've just become their trusted problem solver. It really all boils down to this one fundamental rule of business, maybe the most important rule of all. Never make a promise you can't keep. Your reputation isn't built on what you say you'll do. It's built on what you actually deliver. So there you have it. The roadmap is laid out for you. Find the opportunity, embrace the role of a coach, launch with a clear plan, and always, always protect that golden goose. But none of it matters without that one core skill. So the real question for you is, are you ready to stop talking and truly, deeply start to listen?